Now from this first statement, it becomes very much clear that transcription involves the transfer of the information from only one strand of DNA into RNA. Now this is how replication is different from transcription. During replication, both the strands of DNA will act like template strand, and this will cause the formation of two strands of DNA, new strands of DNA. But in the case of transcription, only the one strand of DNA will act like the template strand, and this will cause the formation of only one strand of RNA. So RNA formation would be always a single strand RNA would be there. This process is called as transcription. It is also governed by the principle of the complementarity. However, adenosine forms here base pair with uracil instead of the thymine. We all know that thymine is absent in the DNA. Is absent in the RNA. So instead of thymine, it carries uracil. So whenever a piece of DNA has this information, the other strand, always mention 5 and 3. So if it is A present here, it will be T here. If it is T here, it will be A here. Now if it is C present here, it will be G here. And the number of hydrogen bonds are double here, and triple here. Now what exactly happen is, whenever a piece of DNA will give rise to DNA, both strands will function. This is the old strand, this is the old strand, and these will be the new strands formed, A, T, C, T, A, G. And now what will happen? Just the opposite of it. So these are the newly synthesized strands of DNA. These are the old one, and these are the new one. But whenever this thing has to lead to the formation of the RNA, then only one strand will be read. Only the one strand will be read. So there are two strands here. Only one strand will be read. So this will cause the formation of an RNA, a single piece of RNA. And imagine for a second, if the DNA says ATC, then the RNA will say UAG. I hope this point is clear to you. Why do we mention here U? Because thymine is absent in the case of the RNA. And if the information on the other strand, let's take an example. If the information on the other strand is TAC, then the information on the other strand is going to be AUG. I hope this is clear to you. So now the next thing is, it is also governed by the principle of the complementarity. However, here adenosine forms a base pair with uracil instead of thymine. During transcription, only a segment of DNA and only one of its strand is copied. Now, one more difference between transcription and replication. During replication, full length of DNA will be copied. But in the case of the transcription, only a segment of DNA will be copied. So it's not the complete length of DNA, a portion, a fixed portion, a specific portion, that portion we are going to understand today, that is going to be copied. So now we have understood the difference. First difference is, during replication, both strands of the DNA will be copied. In the case of transcription, one strand of DNA will be copied. Then in the case of replication, wherever there is A, the other strand synthesized will carry T. In this case, whenever there is A, the other strand will carry U. And the next difference is, in the case of the replication, full length of DNA is copied, but in the case of the transcription, only a segment of the DNA would be copied into RNA. Now let's understand the reasons. Why do we have only one strand of DNA copied into RNA? So there are two reasons according to the NCERT. First reason is, if both strands are copied, then they would code for RNA molecules which will have different sequences. Consequently, sequence of the amino acids in protein synthesized of the two strands of the DNA segment would be different, and this would complicate the genetic information transfer machinery. I hope you still remember that box we did 64 codons, if you remember. So if you make a long stretch of DNA and then start making codons, and then out of codons, if you start making amino acid, I will be making one in front of you so that you understand this concept practically. Second reason is the being complementary, two strands of the RNA would form a double-stranded RNA, which would prevent it from being translated into protein, and the process of the transcription would be of no use. Second reason is, but if two strands of the RNA are formed, imagine both strands will give rise to pieces of RNA. Now, just like DNA was complementary, then these pieces of single-stranded RNAs would be complementary. If they join together, they will become double-strand RNA, and double-strand means stable. Double-strand means ribosome will not be able to attach with them, and then protein formation would not be possible. So the whole thing has become of no use. I hope this point is clear. Let me make a stretch of DNA so that I can explain this concept to you. 5 prime to 3 prime. So this is a hypothetical stretch of DNA which I have written. We all know that if both the strands of these are going to be red to form a molecule of protein. So imagine that if this is red, remember one thing, we have already done that before also. Reading would be from 3 prime to 5 prime, and addition would be from 5 prime to 3 prime. That rule has to be followed. In replication has to be followed even in the case of the transcription also. So imagine that reading starts from here. So the RNA formed would be 5 prime to 3 prime RNA. If it is A here, it will be U here. If it is T here, it will be A here, then G, then C, then U, A and G.